They have got better with each passing race here in Tokyo. We are underway. This is the final, the third final of the day in the PR2 mixed double sculls. It is Great Britain in lane 1. It is China in lane 2, Netherlands in lane 3, Ukraine in lane 4, Poland in lane 5, Italy in lane 6. There's been a lane adjustment where with the stronger crews put out into lane 1, Whitley and Rouse, but they are the crew to beat, although slow off the start here.
Yeah, the Chinese and the Dutch both have the better of Great Britain here in these early stages. This Dutch duo, Corne de Koning, Anneke van der Meer, leading the Chinese right now, just some 150 metres into the race. This Dutch duo have raced together for a long time. They're a well-established unit. They move the boat on so nicely together.
Yeah, so 3 there on the bow, the distinctive orange canvas of Anneke van der Meer and Corne de Koning, world best time setters and quickest on the water here in Tokyo at the Sea Forest Waterway, 8:10.35 in repechage 1. It's Liu and Zhang coming through though in lane 2 there. China silver medalist in 2016. In 2019, Liu formed a new partnership with Jian Zhang. They were 7th in their first combination race at the World Champs. Zhang, the international para-canoeist. And at the moment, it's China from the Netherlands here. We've seen nothing from the big favourites, the Brits, Whitley and Rouse.
It's a surprise from Great Britain. We've seen them with quick starts earlier in the regatta, but they're a very well-established unit in the Great Britain boat and will work the strategy to their advantage along this 2K course.
At 500 then, it's China ahead, 2:04.36, 1.27 ahead of the Netherlands, and Whitley and Rouse moving up into 3rd place, Ukraine in 4th, Italy in 5th, and Poland, who had something of a sprint finish to get through from the repechage. We'll need to replicate that. Majka and Godowski in that Polish boat, 43 and 30 years of age respectively. China have pulled away, perhaps not the force they once were. Many thought that coming into this regatta, but here they are, leading the A final in the PR2 mixed doubles.
And this Chinese crew have really moved on the last couple of seasons. We saw them race as a unit for the first time in the 2019 World Championships, where they qualified for this Paralympic Games. They finished at the front of the B final in that race, so with a world ranking of 7th overall. And in the last 2 years, we haven't seen them race internationally with the COVID restrictions on racing, but they've come back into the sport here for 2021 with a fantastic boat speed in this A final.
Here come the Brits in lane 1. Whitley, 29 years of age, and Lauren Rouse, 33 there in the stroke seat. Lauren Rouse, inspired to take up the sport whilst watching the Paralympics at home in London in 2012 during her rehabilitation period at Stoke Mandeville Spinal Injuries Unit. First took up wheelchair racing and represented England at the 2014 Commonwealth Games, did Lauren Rouse. Actually England's youngest track and field athlete at those games in 2014. The Brits just coming up to the boat now of Xiang Liu and Zhijian Zhang of China. And the Netherlands dropping back into 3rd place. Sure, they've had their success, the Netherlands, but mainly at those regattas where the Brits weren't competing.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. The Dutch have made the most of those races when the British duo weren't taking part, picking up gold medals there. But now that this British pairing is back in the mix, the Dutch are finding themselves pushed back into 3rd place.
Yeah, it's Britain still trying to get up level. We're into the second 1,000 now of this PR2 mixed double sculls final, the A final, the gold medal race at Tokyo 2020. They're still calling it Tokyo 2020, and we all know why, despite of course the postponement of these games for a year because of COVID.
This British crew, reigning Paralympic champions. Lauren Rolls now moving into the stroke seat of the boat. She was in the bow seat for the Rio Games, but now stroking the boat and setting up that rhythm in the British crew.
Still work to do here in the second 1,000, but they're looking strong. 37 strokes a minute now. The boat speed right up there with the Chinese, 13.7 kilometres an hour. They've really upped it now, and here come the Brits hunting down China. They are the leading Paralympic nation in terms of the rowing regattas, are Great Britain. A total of 8 medals from the 3 Paralympic rowing regattas since rowing was added to the Paralympic programme in Beijing in 2008. The Brits coming past the Chinese now, showing us why they're the big favourites. Whitley, the 29-year-old, a junior triathlete before bone cancer saw him need titanium rods inserted in his leg. Been rowing for 10 years now at Tees Rowing Club. Joined the national squad down in Caversham in 2014. It is now Great Britain up into the lead in the second half of this PR2 mixed double sculls final. Have China got the stamina here to hold off the Netherlands for second place? It's the Brits ahead at 1,500, 500 metres to go ahead of China. And Anneke van der Meer and Conor de Koning of the Netherlands holding the bronze medal place at present, third.
Lauren Rolls in the stroke seat for Great Britain, diagnosed with transverse myelitis at age 13. She woke up one morning not able to feel or move her legs, and from that point decided to go for her childhood dream of becoming an Olympic champion. She'd achieved that in Rio with that Paralympic gold medal, and she's setting herself up very nicely for a second gold here in Tokyo.
Well, China, by the way, have been on every podium at Paralympic rowing in this event, the mixed double. They were back-to-back gold medalists at home in Beijing and then in London, and silver medalists behind Rolls and Whitley 5 years ago in Rio. And it's going to be a replication, barring a catastrophe here, of that 1-2 here on the water in Tokyo. They seem to have got the measure of the Netherlands, but it's Whitley and Rolls. They formed this partnership in 2015 in their first season together. Whitley and Rolls, they won bronze at the World Champs before going on to claim that gold in Rio, setting a new world best time in the process. Of course, that was over 1,000 metres, different race distance, which has been doubled here in Tokyo now through the red buoys. So the last 250 metres of this race, the Chinese really digging in, Liu and Zhang, but it's looking like another silver 5 years on from Rio. It's still Britain here. Whitley and Rolls are drifting badly over to the right-hand side. They've got to hold their lane, the Chinese. Oh, and they've switched lanes, pushed across, and the Dutch have come through to take second. A disaster for China, but it's Great Britain winning the gold medal again. Back-to-back Paralympic Games for Whitley and Rolls in the PR2 mixed doubles. China right at the end. Oh, they lost it. They lost their discipline, and the Dutch came through to take second.
What a finish there from the Dutch to move on past the Chinese. The Chinese boat coming out of the lane there. We'll have to wait and see what the verdict is. But here, double Paralympic champions from Great Britain in this mixed double sculls event.
Wow. The Dutch made silver. Still can't get the better of the Brits, Van der Meer and de Koning. 8:38.99 is the time to win another Paralympic PR2 mixed doubles final for Lawrence Whitley and Lauren Rolls. It's a 9th medal in the history of the para rowing for Great Britain. 8:43.85. So that was best part of 5 seconds down on the British winning time. And they dropped from second to third right at the end, the Chinese.
It was a really well executed race from Great Britain. They were patient during that first half. They weren't leading off the start. China had shot out of the blocks. We'll see it again here. The Chinese had a really fast start, but just not able to hold on to that during the closing stages of the race. The technique started to fall apart and the boat drifting in the lane. So Great Britain, what a strategy from them. Very well executed.
They've been there. They've seen it, done it. They've got all the T-shirts, Whitley and Rowles. Spectacular run of success in the 6 years they've been in the boat together for Great Britain.
And it's his birthday today. Lawrence Whitley in the bow seat.
Fantastic.
Celebrating his 30th birthday, and what a present this will be for him to receive this gold medal here in Tokyo.
Whitley and Rowles doing it again for Britain. This is one to remember. What a way to celebrate your 30th. Winning a second straight gold medal at the Paralympic Games. So it's Britain and the Netherlands, these fabulous rivals in this PR2 mixed doubles boat. It's the same order, I'm afraid, as far as the Netherlands are concerned. Still can't get the better of Whitley and Rowles. The Brits win for the second Paralympic rowing regatta in a row.